So when I come home feeling tired and beat, I'll go up where the air is fresh and sweet. I'll get far away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. Oh, on the roof, that's the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the when this old world. Play the intro. You start with an E minor chord and you play these three notes. So that's the bass E string, the D string, and the B string. Then you go to a D with an F sharp bass. You can get it like that if you want, that F sharp note. Then you play these notes. So that is the G string, bass E string, D string, and the B string. So from the beginning. Then you go to a G chord by still playing that third fret of the B string and play these notes. So that's the B string, E string, G string. So from the beginning. Then you go to an A7 suspended 4 chord and you play these notes. So that is the treble E string twice, and the A string, G string, and the B and E together. So from the beginning. So you go into the D chord now, and you can use this finger picking pattern for most of the song. So that's D, G, B and E together, back to the G. The other way you can do it is just like this. So in other words, don't play that last note. So the two ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. That last way comes in handy when you're switching chords. So for instance, like this. So from the D sus2 chord, it's like this. And you start with the D sus2, in other words, suspended 2, you leave the first string open. So you run through those 4 notes, D, G, B, E, open E in other words, and then back to the bass D string, and then you go to forming a D chord, so like this. And then you're going to do this part. So you're sliding up into a G chord, and that's the 4th fret of the G string and the 3rd fret of the B and the E strings. So you're sliding up from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret on the G string, like that. And then now you pinch the D string bass with the E string, then the B string, G string. So now similarly you slide up on the G string from the 4th to the 6th fret. Now you're going to do the same thing except with an A string bass. So G string, 4 to the 6, and then pinch the A string with the E string, and the B string, G string. You can use your middle finger to do the sliding here on the G string. I prefer to use my ring finger to do it. Another part we start with a D sus2, but you're going like this. And what that is just pinching, I'm pinching 4 strings on that G chord, with the bass D string, and then with the bass A string on an A chord, 4 strings, and then the D chord, 4 strings, and pinch it twice. So you could just pinch 3 strings.